Much of our world remains unknown, and the little we know now, all that we've discovered over the course of human history, was also unknown at one point. The only reason certain things have become known is because somebody had the courage to explore. We often reserve the term explorers to describe a small group of people in history who boarded ships and sailed to all corners of the earth. However, it is more appropriate to describe all humans as explorers, as exploring is much more than developing accurate maps. All knowledge, all progress, and all technological advancement can be attributed to the inclination of humanity to explore. There would be no modern civilization without exploration and discovery. The value of exploring the unknown cannot be understated. There are massive societal and economic benefits to exploration.
The mystery of our world and the questions we have and have had for centuries take up a large part of our headspace and society. The people who came up with the answers to these questions, whether they were true or not, gave extreme value to society through their solutions to this unknown world. What I'm talking about is the intellectual advancements of philosophy, which by definition is the study of the fundamental nature of knowledge, reality, and existence. I can imagine at the dawn of time, the first people often wondered why they were in this world and what they were meant to do. I'm sure it made the Neanderthals pretty annoyed when they didn't have a philosopher like Plato around to give them these answers. Philosophy, along with religion, completely shaped society. They both gave answers to the world's most pressing and big questions, like, why are we here? What happens when we die? Or, how were we created? They gave people faith in something that made them feel secure. Religion in ancient Greece, for example, caused people to plant their crops in a certain way. It caused them to wear certain attire, eat certain foods. And with followers of Christianity, Islam, and Hinduism being around 5.2 billion worldwide, its influence is unmatched. In Maryland, 77% of its population follows a religion, and in the U.S., roughly 76%. The value philosophy and religion have in people's lives is quite literally daily. Some of the most influential and important philosophers are Aristotle, Plato, and Socrates. Their findings led to major advancements in all sorts of fields. For example, Aristotle is credited with the development and study of logic, as well as laying the foundation for zoology. Socrates' teaching methods of asking questions to his students rather than lecturing them are still used today in many law schools. And Plato taught people critical thinking methods that encouraged a free mind of clarity when making decisions. The longevity of these advancements shows the major impact these philosophers had by exploring the unknown.
In addition to intellectual discoveries, there are new technological developments every day. These discoveries allow for economic growth. One of the most revolutionary developments in recent years is the work of Tesla and SpaceX, both owned by Elon Musk. Founded in 2003, Tesla has quickly become the face of the electric car world by exploring new battery technologies. These discoveries allowed them to create cars with unprecedented range. Last year alone, 500,000 Teslas were sold in the United States. Electric vehicles currently account for 3% of cars on the road in the United States and are projected to reach 7% by 2030. This rapid growth will create jobs and grow the United States economy. Similarly, the discoveries made by Elon's company SpaceX has shown their commitment to exploring the unknown. Their mission is to redefine the aerospace industry and make affordable spaceflight a reality. Since the first spaceflight in the 1960s, spaceflight has been considered extremely dangerous and costly. The technology required to make it safe and efficient was largely unknown. In recent years, however, they have developed technology that allows for fully reusable launch vehicles. This saves about $25 million per launch. As space exploration gets more cost-effective, the industry will expand, creating massive economic opportunity. Economic growth is what keeps countries and ultimately the world turning. Economic growth directly increases quality of life.
Some may say that taking completely unnecessary risks on issues or problems that aren't practical is dangerous. That if you don't absolutely need to do it, you shouldn't put yourself in that type of situation. However, over history, the great inventors and philosophers were those exact people who took those risks. We would not be where we are today as a society without the courage of those people who took the leap of faith. The value of exploring the unknown has played a role in society since the beginning of time, from aspects involving human actions and decisions derived from the findings of early philosophers to the economic facet of invention and technological advancement. If we stood back for a moment in a day and realized the influence of intellectual explorers in our lives, the impact is immense. The technology in our very homes, our driveways, our schools, was once unknown. The thoughts we have today of how to act, of topics in academics, were once unknown. The people who had the bravery to search for these answers shape the modern world, and those searching the unknown today will have the same effect hundreds of years into the future.